Here comes the 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Wong has it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Jerko is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And a fairly wide range there. 9 miles an hour difference between these 2 pitchers. Chris Bryant will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
After the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Colton Wong is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That changeup's been real effective for him so far. The guys have been falling behind in the count, so they're forced to protect. And this thing looks so good coming out of his hand that they just go ahead and chase after it.
Here's Johnny Peralta now. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Matt Adams digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Just missing here, 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
A shot down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Kyle Schwarber heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Back to the mound and off his leg. So gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Into the box now, Miguel Montero. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. To first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Into the box, Addison Russell. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Settling in now, Kyle Hendricks. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Towards second. Oh, and a beautiful diving catch there will end the inning as the side is retired. That's as good a play as you're going to see a second baseman make, and he does it to end the inning. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Anthony Garcia comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Lays off 1-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Ground ball left side. Bryant is up with it. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Jed Jerko.
Jed Jerko stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Check swing and a pop-up now to the left side. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Tommy Pham is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
First offering on its way. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber is there. And that's the third out. Dexter Fowler will be the one to lead it off when we come back. Sixth inning coming up. Still zip, zip. And there is Dexter Fowler. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Dexter Fowler.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Bounce to first. Glove by Adams. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits. Both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Jason Hayward will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Peralta's there on to first, and there are 2 down.
The second base.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Ben Zobrist will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Inside with a first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Oh, it wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the 3rd hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
Anthony Rizzo will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And that's dead center for strike 1.
And now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
The 0-1 on its way. Pitch out, nothing doing. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a dangerous count here. You don't want to give in, but you sure don't want to walk it.
Here's the 3-1. And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Drilled to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. We are still scoreless. Stephen Piscotty gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And that's taken for a called strike 2.
1-2.
Got him.
Well, you know, Eric and I like to talk a lot about pitchers keeping hitters off balance at the plate. And this is an excellent illustration of what we're talking about. Now, we didn't like to be off balance at the plate, but this is what you get. He goes fast, then slow, fast, then slow. They never give him the same pitch or the same speed twice in a row. And that's how you keep a guy's timing all messed up.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Schwarber giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
I thought for a second that this might make a dent in both the hit and the run column, but he didn't quite get all of it. It's probably the best swing, though, they've had so far.
Carlos Martinez will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Takes this the other way to right, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're back at Busch Stadium right after this. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Chris Bryant will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. Here it comes on 1-1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Pham looking up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here to left center field, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Boy, and for how well he's pitched so far, it's hard to believe that he could stand to be the losing pitcher, but that's the scenario he faces now as he serves up the lead on this home run.
Up next for
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Hard hit ball towards the hole. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, this might have caught a little too much of the inside part of the plate. I think he wants this in a little tighter, but didn't get it in all the way, and it winds up costing him.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
This guy's kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the hitters he's faced, and yet pitching a very good ball game.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. 2 sinkers down in the zone. No surprise what they're after here.
Yeah, and this guy's no dummy at the plate. He knows exactly what they're trying to do. It's not like he just fell off the turnip truck.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit, too. I'm wondering if that home run ball might have changed his approach just a little bit.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
And, you know, this has been a really good approach out there on the mound. He's keeping the ball down, and he's not missing by much. But he is behind in the count, so you wonder if he's going to have to challenge right here.
And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
There goes Cardinal manager Mike Matheny on his way out to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. He'll leave after 6 and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Sam Tuivalala will come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out.
Sam Tuivalala.
Addison Russell will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and he takes ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
First and second here with nobody out. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
Yeah, right over the top of that one. Double play ball would be a killer here, so he's got to find something he can square up.
And a swing and a miss there on a late-breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Whoa, to have a nasty slider like that, such a good weapon to have when you're coming into a game with runners on base. That is a much-needed out right there.
Kyle Hendricks comes forward to swing the bat, but he may instead be asked to bunt. We'll see how they approach it here with 1 away.
Yeah, and it's not automatic, but the usual thought right here is to stay out of the double play and get those 2 guys into scoring position.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And the pitcher will indeed try and move his runners as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with 1 out already, I think they were concerned of the possibility of a double play. So they're going to let the pitcher go ahead and put one down right here. Now at least you give your leadoff guy a chance to drive in a couple runs with 2 outs.
Digging in now, Dexter Fowler. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
You have to wonder a little bit about the consistency of that strike zone. I think that was a strike earlier.
Here it comes, 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
You know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. That's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Hard liner to center field. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And now the runner from third scores to give him a very important insurance run.
And that could turn out to be a very big insurance run right there. That makes this a 2-run game now. And the way their starter's pitching, he may not wind up even needing it. But at least it gives him a little bit of a cushion out there.
Jason Hayward gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
And he'll get back in safely.
Just checking.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
Boy, that got a lot of the plate, cutting right across the zone. I think if he had that pitch to do over, he would have taken a rip at that one.
And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Looking to minimize the damage here. And he'll lay off a fastball up in the zone here, and that brings it to 2-1 now.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
All even now, 2-2. Throw over to the bag, back in standing. Hit hard up the middle. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. In to score easily is the runner from third, and the lead will swell to 3 now in the 7th inning.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there.
For the Cardinals,
he's pretty lucky that one didn't hit him because it would have taken his head off.
Kevin Segrist is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Ben Zobrist will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses, ball 1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Ball.
2-1.
A 2-out hit here would be nice, but a 2-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. Long throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Another run home to score in the inning, and it's not going to be charged to him, but still, he's got to find some way to get his guys out of this already.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. To 2-2 now.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. 4 runs here in this half inning. Still 2-2. Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. Cubs lead it 4-0. Leading off the inning, Colton Wong. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Hayward, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
The shortstop, number 27.
Well, you know, it took him a while to get that first hit of the ball game, and then it darn near wound up getting him on the scoreboard as well. Instead, he winds up with a double off the wall, and he didn't miss a home run right there by much.
Johnny Peralta will stand in, and Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ballgame and kept his team in the ballgame.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. No one out with a runner at second. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
A real good 3-pitch sequence there. Each pitch just took him a little bit further and further away. On 0-2, he's got to protect, and he winds up reaching for a ball that's clearly out of the strike zone.
Here's Matt Adams now, as he lines this one out to center. And that's in there. Base hit. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
And with all the runs these guys scored yesterday, you wondered if they were going to have any left over for today. Sure enough, it took them a while, but they're finally on the board here with the RBI single.
In now, Anthony Garcia, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Hit hard to short. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Anthony Garcia has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Jed Jerko will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Cards forced to settle for 1. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cubs are on top, 4-1. Tyler Lyons is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Tyler Lyons.
Leading off the inning, Chris Bryant, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And here's a ball hit in the air. Adams is there for it. 1 out.
Up next for the Cubs.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Kyle Schwarber ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 8th inning. 4-1 is our score. And there's ball 2 now. And before the 2-1 pitch here, time called at home plate. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. A good old-fashioned Midwest battle here in St. Louis with the visiting Cubs leading the Cardinals here in the 8th as you take a look at our line score to this point. Miguel Montero will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Montero waits. Now the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And a high strike there, 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Cardinals 1. Leading off the inning, Tommy Pham, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up on his way to pitch number 75. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all. And when he has, they've been out of the zone.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And this late into his afternoon of work, the longer this at-bat goes, the better chance that he might slip up and leave one out over the middle of the plate.
Liner toward right center, and they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Stephen Piscotty will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Drilled to the right side. There's one on to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. 2 away now here in the 8th.
Boy, that's the great thing about having a good sinker, and it seems like a lot of times, even when guys do get a hit off of you, the next guy's going to come up and ground into a double play anyway. We've seen it before, and that's exactly what happens here.
Yadier Molina will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And this is into the alley here. Should be extra bases even for Molina. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Maybe a sign of life right there. They haven't shown much of a pulse offensively at all. Just their second extra base hit of the afternoon. And they're going to need to find a way to get a few more of these things to get back in the ballgame.
Brian Pena will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 33, Brian Pena.
Hit hard toward the right side. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball around third and being waved on home. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 4-2 game.
Second baseman, number
Good look at this
16.
one again. This is just ripped right over the first baseman's head. And he coasts into second base with the RBI double.
Colton Wong will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Justin Grimm will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8. Colton Wong will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. From the stretch. Ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's his first double of the year here on the young campaign. Sent on the ground out to second. Zobrist has it, and not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. Cards get 1 in the inning on the RBI double. On to the 9th inning now from Busch Stadium. It's the Cubs 4 and the Cardinals 2. Jordan Walden will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Javier Baez will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters' counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And another foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy up, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. And there's ball 1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Grounded back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
But I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and that average will climb a few more points.
Lance Lynn will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9. Jason Hayward will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So with that home run, he's now just too shy of an even 100 for his career.
Well, 100 home runs is a nice round number, Matt, but not such a big number that he'll get too excited about it. I'm sure he'll get the ball, put it on his shelf, and move on.
Here's Ben Zobrist now.
Ben Zobrist.
As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. They're putting that last home run at 419 feet officially. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Hard hit ball to second. Wong is there. In time to first, and there are two away.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Two for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this two-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Redbirds. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 2. Hector Rondon will come on here. Not a save situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless.
Hector Rondon.
Striding in to start the ninth, Johnny Peralta, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Counts 1-1.
Yeah, no mistake about that one. That one's right there.
Rondon's ready. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a leaping effort, but it's off his glove.
Well, we've seen winning rallies get started with less than this. This is going to be an infield single all the way, and now they're in business with the leadoff man on base to start this inning.
Matt Adams gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. He's set. Here it comes. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. It's 1-0. A runner at first with no outs here. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
And now with a 2-0 count, both pitches have been in. This might be where you say, all right, I'm going to let it fly if this next one's middle away.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
Yep, single and then a walk to start the inning. But this is exactly how big innings get started. So they're set up now to maybe put up a crooked number here.
Anthony Garcia will stand in now. And, hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. None out, runners at first and second. Line towards center field. Fowler is there, and he has it for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. First and second now, 1 man out. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And that misses. 2-2. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Tommy Pham makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
Stephen Piscotty steps up now with the bases loaded and his guys down by 4. That makes him, of course, the potential tying run, so we'll see if he swings for it here. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And there's a swing and a miss on a good pitch, and now the Redbirds are down to their final strike.
Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Montero gathers, but the throw is late, so the inning will continue after the strikeout pitch gets away. And quite a turn of events there, as not only is he on the dropped third strike, but a run scores as well. And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first, and he'll put this one away without much trouble. And the Cubs have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
And the brightest star for the Cubs this afternoon was this fellow right here, Jason Hayward. Strike oppose, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 6-3. So long from St. Louis.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For St. Louis, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely.